Alright, so here's a PS4 running version 5.05 firmware. I have a USB stick that you'll see blinking from time to time in there, like right now. I connected one of my controllers wirelessly. You can see it has the red LED, and if we do that, you should see the mouse moving there. Yeah. So we got that set up. I'm going to close this Bluetooth window, and I've set up this particular flash drive with some emulators and some games. So all you really have to do is just plug and play. Of course, you have to set up your own controller. If you want to set up your controller wirelessly, I'll just go over that briefly. Over top right here, you have the Bluetooth icon. And again, with Linux, if you didn't read any of the documentation regarding PSXITA or Arch Linux, you cannot use Wi-Fi. So if you need to get to the internet or download anything else to the flash drive, which is what's running the Linux operating system, you need to plug in your Ethernet cable. You need to plug in something to your router or to your modem. Okay, so let's go to the Bluetooth icon real quick. Just double click on it. You can use your controller, or you can use, you know, a wireless keyboard like I have here. I use either one. They're both uncomfortable to use, or you can use a wireless keyboard and mouse, whatever you choose to use. Anyways, open the Bluetooth icon, and before you do anything in this window, okay, on your controller, just put this up here, on your controller, you can't even see anything. There is a share button on the top left, right here, and your PS button in the middle, right? You want to hold those two down until your controller starts blinking. You want to do that first, okay? If you click this search button before you do that, it may not work. So hold your share button and your PS button until your controller starts flashing, okay? Once you do that, you go up here and you click search. Now, once you do that, you go as close as possible to your PS4 with your controller blinking, and it will pick up your wireless controller. And what you want to do is, you see this this little circle right here? This is going to be a check mark, okay? So what you want to do is you want to select your controller, and this may be a little bit slow because it's running off the flash drive. Be patient, okay? Don't click the thing 100 times, okay? If you know you clicked on something, just wait. Tons of people that keep clicking stuff can't wait. If you can't wait, then don't buy this. Or go get an SSD drive, external. Anyways, this is going to be a check mark, so you want to select the controller by clicking here, turning it blue like it is now selected. Then this little icon right here, it says unmark this device as trusted. So what you want to do is you want to click this button to trust your PS4 controller to be used wirelessly, and you want to click on this button right here. This button says create pairing with the device. So that means that every time you load up Linux, you can use this controller with it. Now caution, if you pair a controller in Linux, it is paired in Linux. You cannot use it on your regular PS4 with the games, okay? You're gonna have to repair it again. Now, if you do that, you might have problems pairing your controller back when you go into Linux mode. Just be aware of that. So what I do is I use one controller for Linux and the other one I use in normal mode. Okay, if you don't want to deal with pairing, simply plug in a USB cable into your PS4 and you can just use your controller. You don't have to worry about any of this, okay? So that's how you pair it. I'm gonna close this out. The mouse is actually this portion right here. this middle portion. So that's how I'm moving the mouse around. Anyways, if you click on the mushroom up here, it's your start button. You can go to File Manager and check out all the stuff that's on there. You have a ROMs folder. The ROMs folder has all of these things on here. If you don't know what they are, go look them up. I'm not going to get into all of that. Not everything is 100% configured, like Wii stuff and all of that stuff. I didn't bother configuring that. You're going to have to figure that out on your own. But I will go in here and show you a couple of emulators that are already loaded on the system. So first one is Dolphin. Let's go up here. You can see the flash drive flashing there. So this is our Dolphin emulator. It should emulate, I think, Wii and GameCube games. Let's see if we can get in here. It's kind of wacky trying to navigate with this mouse pad. Okay, so let's try this Donkey Kong here. And you can, of course, load your own stuff. It will take a while to load large games especially. So again, be patient or find a way to copy this to a an SSD drive, okay? So, and there we go. We have our Dolphin emulator up. It's still loading. I don't know why that window is all the way up there, but I wonder if we can move this. Oh, there we go. So this Wii game is actually working. I don't know. You're gonna have to set up the controller in here as controllers. I don't have the time to go through that right now, but you can see that loaded up. Oh, I just pressed the options button, which is probably start. Let's see if that works. Still loading. Loading. So anyways, the instructions to even get to this exploited Linux running off of the flash drive is going to be linked in the description. I'm probably going to cut out a lot of this waiting so we can get to the actual material. Here we go. It's telling you to connect a nunchuck to player 1. I don't have a nunchuck, so I will just exit this thing. So I'm going to close this out. Do you want to stop? Yes. Yes. Stop emulation, and that should stop everything and close that out. Okay, so that's a Dolphin emulator. Again, you can hook up a Wii sensor bar and you can use your Wii controller with all this stuff, but I don't have the time for all that. I don't even know what Lutris is. Let me load it up and see. I don't think I've ever clicked on that. Let's see what that's all about. And if you're using like an SSD drive, the loading times are significantly reduced, but running it off a flash drive is still not 100% terrible because the games run at full speed. Now some games you'll have some slowdowns the first time you'll play them, so you might have to, play a game, for like maybe 2 to 5 minutes, close it out, and then play it again. Or when you relaunch Linux another time, it will load quite a bit faster. So gotta be patient with the flash drive again. But everything does load and everything does run at full speed once it is loaded. Okay. This is Lutris game. Let's see. I really don't know what this is. I'm gonna have to look it up. Let me just look it up real quick. Lutris. Oh, so this is for online gaming. So I guess if you have like an online gaming account, you can use this to play online games. Look at that. Awesome. Well, I don't really play online, so I'll leave that alone. Okay. N64, this is M64 Pi. This is a pretty good emulator. I didn't load a whole lot of ROMs on here. I might try to load some more before shipping, but it has a few ROMs here you can try. Everyone loves Mario, so let's try that.
It's me, Mario.
Yep.
Hello.
Here we go. Let's try pressing start. I was playing this one before. And here we have Mario. Alright, let's do... We're just gonna play one of these. I'm guessing the camera is attached to one of these analog things. Shoot to the stars. I think that's what that said. Shoot to the island in the sky. Oh, look at that. Alright. Let's see if we can get that done. I believe... Oh, keep forgetting about those things. Okay. I don't even remember where this cannon thing is. It's telling you to go the other way. So as you can see, Mario is pretty fast. Runs at full speed. I really don't remember where this thing was. There's another one here, but can't for the love of me remember where this thing was. Yeah, some of the buttons on this controller doesn't work, but should get the job done. Another cannonball. I don't remember where we went to activate this thing. Life up. And just go all the way to the top and see. Huh, nothing up here. So, I'm gonna just throw myself off of this thing. must be down below. Let's see. Slide down. I think this is somewhere. Oh, it's on the other side. Okay, here we go. Get out of here, buddy. You're trying to blow me up. It's not cool. Alright. So now we know where that thing is. We're gonna have to get past Mr. Blob here. And get to this. Ah, crap. Should be the other side. Darn it. Okay. Let's try this again. Yep. Yep, I think it's down here. Yep. Yep. Wait, is that it? Let's go check. Mr. Bomb, get out of my way. Nope, that wasn't it, but I should have the blocks should now be available. Oh, I gotta speak to one of these guys. I think that's what it is. Yeah, of course I'd like to blast off. Alright, look at that. Man, I totally forgot how to play this game. Alright, I'm gonna hop in, then press A. No problem. Just gotta aim and fire. Alright. Just aim to that guy and... Not nearly as close as I need to be, but it's a start. So I remember we needed to go up here and need to shoot, aim up, and up we go. Down we go. Yep. Get this little guy. Okay. And we need to shoot through this group of stars. And I think we were supposed to get that thing. I don't know what happened. Well, I'm gonna have to try again. Anyways, you've seen Mario. Let's see if we could try something else. I don't know why it doesn't have a stop button for emulation. Let's try that. Nope, okay. Let's load a ROM. Can do from this. San Francisco Rush. Huh. Alright, so looks like we had a glitch there. Anyways, N64 works, right? Let's go to... Oh, I don't believe I have any PlayStation games on here. But let's see. PSXITA. Loading, 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 loading. So if you have like if you have like another flash drive with ROMs or whatever, you can plug it in to like a USB hub and copy your ISOs or your ROM files over and just play them. Or you can really just load them from your other flash drive. You don't have to copy anything to this one. Or you can do it by FTP if you have an FTP server or set up your computer for FTP. You should be able to do the same and transfer games over, or you can just really go on the net and download the games directly to this flash drive right here. PSXITA. It's what's this? Run ISO image. We have no PS1 images, so that's a bummer. But that's the emulator if you ever wanted to run PS1 games. Really cool. What else we got? We got PSP, PPSSPP. Very good emulator as well. I've only played a couple of games on here, but from what I can tell, it has a really high compatibility rate. I don't think you'll have much of any problem with most games, but of course, these things are not perfect, so they may not play every single game you throw in there. So I believe it plays ISOs, CSOs, and all the O's. Yep. Alright, so here you go to the games. A recent will load whatever you played recently, but you can go to games and you have all the games that are on here, and you can just choose whichever one you want to play. So I'm gonna pick, let's do Dead to Rights, and I'm gonna maximize this, and here we have full screen. Let's press start a couple of times, X, loading. Okay, do you want to load a profile? Nope. Alright, let's press start. New campaign. Start game. Alright. I actually used to love this game when I had my actually still have my PSP. I used to love playing this game. It was just super fun. The slow motion, shooting, and getting the dog to go get people. It was pretty awesome. Pretty awesome game. Okay, I don't know why he's firing. Okay. Okay, so X is to fire. I don't know why he just popped off a while ago. Oh, so my triangle button does not work. Let me see if I can change it. Start. Options. Control options. Select control map. Okay. Oh, what's O? Disarm action. X fire. Square shadow. Alright, I think. Yeah, there we go. Dive. What's shooting? R. Okay, we can do that. Okay. Let's see if we could try that. Oh, darn it. My R button doesn't work. Dang, man. Okay, so you get the point. Let's get out of here. I think I just pressed the PS button. There we go. You can go to exit to menu. Let's try Mortal Kombat. Yeah, a couple of the buttons on this controller just crapped out. I'm gonna scrap it and see what's causing it, but maybe later. Alright, let's do X. Fine. I think this is like a nice duplicate of the PS2 replica of Mortal Kombat Deception. I don't know if I could do anything with this thing, but let's try. Let's see. Because I just didn't want to hook up my other controller. I don't want to mess it up. Anyways. I don't remember how to use anyone, so I'll just pick Sub-Zero. Onaga. Come on. Alright, let's see if I remember anything. I think there was a... There we go. Not cool, man. Alright. Okay. So anyways, as you can see, running at full speed. Alright, we can get out of that now. I think we've had enough PSP for now. So there's a bunch of games on there you can test out. Alright, so let's go back to our games folder. And we have RetroArch. We have the Super Nintendo. I'm not going to go into RetroArch. You know what, let me just open it up. You can play some retro games on here. I load core, select which core to use. Let's see. Load content. I've tried a couple of games on here and I didn't get it to work. Downloads. Nope. Where do we have start directory? Okay, ROMs. Okay. So you should be able to load just about anything on RetroArch, right? So I've tried some, let's try it again. I tried some CBS1 games, but they didn't work for me. Load archive. Gotta choose which one to run it with. I just do main plus. And if one doesn't work, oh, look at that. That one seems to work. Okay. If one doesn't work, you just try the other one. Let's try share. Okay, so share is your select button or your coin insert, and your start button is, of course, the options button. So it's the analog stick that's working. So let's maximize this and see. Oh, look at that. I've tried, and this crap was not working before, but look at that, it's working. Just get everyone out of here. Come on, buddies. Yeah, so RetroArch has a bunch of options, right? And if you don't configure them properly, the games will not work. Meaning if you choose like the wrong core to load the games with, you know, you just run into a bunch of problems there. And I just didn't feel like dealing with that. Oh, darn it. Just trying to get away from that guy. Come on, man. Not today. Come on. Crap. Come on, spin. There we go. fat suckers. Darn it. Okay. As you can probably tell, I don't play this very often. Okay. Alright. So if you press the home button or the PS button, you get back to here. You can, I believe, you can close this game, which is close content. And then you can press O to go back, load contents again, start directory, ROMs. Let's try a CPS2 game. Let's try X-Men versus Street Fighter. Load. I don't know. Let's try Main Plus again. Nope, failed to load. Let's try load content again from start directory. Let's try that same game with, oh, look at that, got a CPS2 arcade emulator. Nope, still didn't load. So maybe it's about a bad ROM set. I'm not sure, but you just have to keep trying some of these. Let's try, I believe Street Fighter's in here somewhere. Super Street Fighter 2. And you still have to choose a core. I'll try this one. Nope. So that's why I don't mess with this really. It does work, but you just have to keep trying to see which core or which ROM works with what, and I just don't have the time for it. So I just leave it alone. Alright, so that's RetroArch. This is the Super Nintendo emulator, and you also have Steam. I don't play online again, so if you're playing online, then you're good to go. You can use Steam. If not, I don't know what to tell you. Alright, so here's the Super Nintendo emulator. It's already in the ROMs folder, but it's loading, so you just have to give it some time. There we go. Have all the ROMs loaded. Point of caution, AGMAWO, AGMAWO is an adult game, as well as A Manga 2, A Manga 1. These are adult games with some pictures, so if you got kids or whatever, please be mindful of that. Don't want to hear you guys complaining to me about what is this and all that stuff. Those are adult games, so just skip them. And you know, you got tons and tons of game here. Let's just choose Mortal Kombat. There we go. Oh, it's actually full screen. Nice. I think I remember the codes. Let's try. Oh, look at that. Ah, well, the other one's not going to work. It's got stuff because my controller buttons don't really work. Okay. So let's go in here. Max fatality time, combat zone, pause. The mini game. I don't know if y'all ever played this, but this was freaking awesome. Very hard Space Invaders type game. See, I'm already dead. Dead again. Dead again. Ah, darn it. One more. Darn it. Okay. Yeah, so that was a cool mini game. Used to play all the time. And let's just set up, I think, darn it. We don't really have anything in here. Like health recovery is a really cool option. So if you can stay away from your enemy long enough, you will live longer. run button will not work, so that would be a bummer. I don't think you can't even configure your controller. Actually, you could. I'm not gonna mess with it. This is just a demo, so showing you all these games working from the flash drive. Oh, look at that. Come on. Oh, can't do the brutality because of the X. Ah. Darn it. So there you have it, Super Nintendo, full screen, full speed, very awesome game. So those are the basic emulators. Now we have Redream right here on the desktop. If you double click on it, it will ask you if you want to execute it. I already set it up so that it will run as an executable. So just hit execute and it will load up Redream, which is our Dreamcast emulator. This thing is awesome, okay? These are everything that's loaded on there right now, okay? And they all run at full speed. Oh my goodness. This is like nostalgia for me. I don't know about you. Anyways, let's play each of these games. I'm just gonna start them up and then play a little bit so you can see that they do run at full speed. So right now you see my flash drive blinking, it's loading up. Alrighty, we have Blue Stinger. There's our start button, new game. Trying to skip past everything as much as possible. I think you needed to see the intro. I've tried to play this game before. It is pretty hard. You know, it's a slow game, but it is pretty hard. So if you don't have patience or you don't like adventure RPG games, you shouldn't really, you shouldn't even bother starting to play this game, because you do need some patience to really get this into perspective. So, start here.
This is Elliot Balad, Easter Troop C-730, over.
This is Janine King, KISS Dinosaur Island Security Office. Currently, the island is under an emergency situation. Do you read? Dispatch D7 equipped rescue.
Damn it, I got cut off.
And then some other BS. This other guy. Now, if you turn back, you go down here, he's not there, which is very weird, but you have a key.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just a small drink. So like a health pack. If you look over there, there's nothing. Can't go into water. So you just gotta turn around and head back to the door. And this is the full speed of the original Dreamcast game.
I repeat, I need an Easter unit now. Elliot Balad, do you hear me?
Barely. This is Elliot Balad.
We request D7 equipped rescue unit now. The location is...
Wait. Hold on. I'm on vacation. I'm totally unarmed. So,
So?
I need help too.
Oh, wait. Tell me your location, Elliot.
All I can tell you is that I'm by a pier.
Okay, Elliot. First, find an ID card. I'm sure there are a number of corpses around. You should be able to find one of them with an ID card. Oh!
What happened? Corpses? Did you say there are a number of corpses around? Where? Yeah.
Alright, so we got a gate key. This one has nothing. It has nothing. Nothing. Can I climb this? Nope. Nothing.
Yeah.
Small drink. Use a gate key. Alright, so you get the point. Let's get to another game, Cannon Spike. One second. Okay. Start. And let's play some Cannon Spike. Alright, let's use this. Let's use her. Never used her before. But she got a sword. It's pretty cool. Let's see what we got. Oh, sucks for you. Pretty cool. Alright. Get out of here. Oh, we got dogs now? Okay. Oh, really? Gotta keep that away. Stay right there. No, you don't. Bye. It's pretty good. there you go. Cannon Spike. Again, full speed. Super fun game to play. Crazy Taxi.
Hey, come. It's party time. Let's have some. All right, let's go make some crazy money.
Let's see if we can make some crazy money.
Go ahead, take the car and drive it. Mindy Joe.
We need you.
So fun. Hey, it's time to make some crazy money. Are you ready? Here we go.
Oh, my R button does work. I don't know which button is the start. Oh, that's reverse. Let's see. All the way, people. Oh, darn it. Go this way. That sucked. Alright. As you can see, I'm not really good at that game. Dead or Alive 2. I don't know if we'll have time to go through every single game, but we'll try. We're already at, what, almost 15 minutes?
この戦いには絶対に勝つ。
Let's do survival. I want no story. Hayabusa.
誰にも邪魔はさせない。
いいぞ。
Get ready, one.
kicks because my punch buttons don't work. Oh dang it. This throwing girl, I hate her, man. Always counteracting everything you do, especially punches. Okay. Alright, got that one. Fatal Fury. I think we got room for probably one or two more games, and that's it. Again, the loading times are not terrible, but at the same time, if you had an SSD drive, it would run a whole lot faster loading stuff. I guess I'm gonna have to dedicate like specific videos to a specific system, like just a Super Nintendo video. Man, I remember this game. So cool. Yeah, just make like a Super Nintendo or a Dreamcast or whatever video.
Survive!
Oh, I got the. Look at that. That's it for you, buddy.
Get ready. Survive!
Dang it! I wasted that. Alright, one more game. See if I can pull off a super.
Get ready. Survive!
Damn it. Haha. Oh, he got it. That's it for you, buddy. Alright, so that was one of my favorite games. Got Grandia 2, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Mortal Kombat. So let's play, well, we've been playing a couple of fighting games. What else we got? Got tennis, Star Wars Racer. You know, racing games are always taxing on a system, so let's check out this one. And that should be it for our demo of this USB flash drive for your PlayStation 4. Let's go. I used to love this game as well. Of course, we're going to choose Anakin. Come on. Just want to race. As you can see, the loading times are like nothing. It's like, just hit it and go. So this, you have to use your analog controller. as you can see, man, it is crystal clear, it's fast, it is just like playing your Dreamcast. It is freaking awesome. I don't know about anyone else, but just playing this game brings back goosebump memories. You know, it's just so close to the original. I mean, it is the original, but it's like, can't believe what you're playing on your PS4. So awesome. This was a tricky exit. Gotta really line it up or you will crash. Those are the famous boulders. You could hit them, they would just shatter. Really cool stuff. Oh yeah. Get down here, and this is our first lap. Yeah. So there you have it, the Dreamcast emulator, and you got all these fun games you can start playing right away. So I'm going to exit out of this. And if you have any questions, you could always shoot them over. I'll try to answer them, or leave a comment with your question or suggestion, whatever it is, and I will look into it. Okay. That's it for this video. To get out of it, just click on the mushroom again, and you could turn off your PS4, or you can hit return to Orbis OS, which is your PS4's operating system. I'll hit that and it will just restart the PlayStation 4. You'll see all of that. Then the PS4 should shut off, and then it's going to come back to your main PS4 screen. So I hope you enjoyed that video, and I think that's about it. So as you can see, that flash drive is still blinking. It's just closing out all the programs out of memory, and you know, we had a bunch of ROMs and stuff loading from there. So it's just closing everything out. Just wait, again, wait. Do not plug the flash drive out before the system goes off or restart, and try not to rush anything. You know, this is not a fast process. So you do have to take your time and wait, unless again you get the SSD option, which will load quite a bit faster than the USB 3.0. Alright, so that's about it. Here goes my PS4 coming back up, and yeah, have a good one.